The new lieutenant tried to order around a 20-year veteran, and it backfired spectacularly. Second Lieutenant Jake Morrison showed up to our unit straight from officer candidate school, fresh college degree, perfectly pressed uniform, and zero real-world experience. He was 22 years old and thought his shiny new bars meant everyone had to jump when he said so. Master Sergeant Tony Walsh had been in the Army for 20 years, 3 combat deployments, 2 Bronze Stars, and more experience in his pinky finger than most officers accumulate in their entire careers. Everyone respected Tony. He knew every regulation, every shortcut, and every way to get things done properly. Morrison's first week, he decided to make his mark. During morning formation, he announced his new policy. From now on, all NCOs will submit daily written reports to me detailing every task completed by their soldiers. I want accountability. Tony raised his hand. Sir, that's going to create a lot of unnecessary paperwork. We already have established reporting procedures through the chain of command. Morrison's face turned red. Master Sergeant, I didn't ask for your opinion. I gave you an order. You'll submit those reports or face disciplinary action. Roger that, sir, Tony said with a slight smile. The next morning, Morrison found a stack of papers on his desk. Tony had submitted exactly what he asked for. Daily reports. For every single soldier. 32 separate reports, each one detailing every single task. Private Anderson walked to Chow Hall at 0630 hours, consumed eggs, bacon, and orange juice, returned to barracks at 0715 hours, brushed teeth for approximately 2 minutes using standard issue toothbrush. Each report was 5 pages long, single-spaced, every mundane detail documented with military precision. Specialist Davis performed morning hygiene ritual including but not limited to face washing, hair combing, and uniform preparation lasting 14 minutes and 37 seconds. Morrison called Tony into his office. What is this? Daily reports like you requested, sir. Complete accountability of all soldier activities. This is ridiculous. I meant important tasks, not every breath they take. Tony pulled out his notepad. Could you clarify that in writing, sir? I want to make sure I'm following your orders exactly. Morrison realized he was trapped. He'd given a specific order. Tony was following it to the letter. Malicious compliance at its finest. The reports kept coming, day after day. Tony documented soldiers' walking distances, meal consumption times, bathroom breaks with duration, even sleep patterns when possible. Private Johnson achieved REM sleep at approximately 23:47 hours based on audible breathing patterns observed during security checks. Other NCOs started copying Tony's format. Morrison's desk disappeared under mountains of useless paperwork. He spent 8 hours daily reading about soldiers tying their boots and checking their mail. After 2 weeks, Morrison was desperate. Master Sergeant Walsh, can we discuss modifying these reports? Absolutely, sir. What changes would you like? I can add more detail if needed. Maybe include weather conditions affecting soldier morale? Morrison finally broke. I'm rescinding the daily report requirement. Tony nodded. Roger that, sir. Should I document this conversation in my report? The entire unit watched Morrison learn the hardest lesson new officers face. Experienced NCOs know how to make your life miserable while following orders perfectly. Tony never said a bad word about the lieutenant. He just followed every order exactly as given. Sometimes the best teaching tool is giving someone exactly what they ask for. Morrison lasted 6 more months before requesting a transfer. Tony stayed another 5 years before retiring. At Morrison's farewell dinner, he pulled Tony aside. You taught me more about leadership in 2 weeks than 4 years of college ever did. Tony just smiled. That's what NCOs are for, sir.